Hello everyone, Dane here from Moving to Canada. I am here in Truro, Nova Scotia, a little town right in the center of the East Coast province of Nova Scotia. This is actually where I grew up. I'm out visiting my parents for a couple of weeks. And we got a nice snowstorm outside, so I thought this would be a good setting within which to bring you the results of the latest express entry draw. So I'm filming this in the morning of Wednesday, January 8th, and we've just got news about the first express entry draw of 2020, which has just taken place just a couple of minutes ago at the time that I'm filming this video. So for those of you who are in the express entry pool in this week's draw, 3,400 invitations to apply have been issued, and the minimum CRS score cutoff for this week's draw was 473 points. So if you remember back a couple of weeks ago, December 19th was the most recent draw. The CRS score cutoff for that draw was 469, so it has increased by 4 points this time around. The main reason for that is likely due to the gap between draws. So, express entry draws usually take place every 2 weeks, every second Wednesday. But in this case, the express entry draw, there was a gap of about 3 weeks between them. That's due to some federal holidays here in Canada. At the end of every December, usually the government takes a couple of days off, and that's likely what caused the gap between the draws. But because of that, more people have had the chance to enter the express entry pool. More people in the pool have had the chance to improve their scores, and that has driven the competitiveness up and has driven the CRS score cutoff up in this week's draw. Congratulations to those of you who have received an invitation to apply in this round. If you have, you've got 60 days now to complete your electronic application for permanent residence, a really important step to gaining that PR status in Canada. To those of you who haven't received your invitation to apply, if your CRS score is still a little bit low, check out our website. I'll put a couple links in the description of this video. We've got a resource on how to improve your CRS score, if that's an option for you. For those of you who have CRS scores that are below 400, you don't really have that many options for getting them, pushing it up into that competitive range. We've also got a guide on alternatives to express entry, alternative options that you might have for gaining Canadian immigration. So I'll pop both of those in the description of this video, so you can check that out there. Do make sure that you continue following our YouTube channel. You can hit subscribe if you want to be one of the first people to find out about these express entry draws. We also go live with the draws on Facebook and Instagram, so you can follow us on those platforms if you want to get a notification as soon as it happens. Again, just for those of you who are interested, I'm in Truro, Nova Scotia, rural Nova Scotia. We've got you can see about 2 feet of snow on that banister on the deck here. For those of you who aren't familiar with the climate, with a snowy climate, it might look freezing. It's actually not that bad. It's pretty mild here. I'd say it's maybe 1 or 2 degrees below zero. So I'm super comfortable out here in just this light toque and light jacket. And the snow is actually quite beautiful. One of the things that you might not anticipate if you haven't lived in a snowy climate before is how the snow affects the sound. The sound and the light, it brightens up the world, and it also muffles everything. So you get this really, really quiet, serene, peaceful, white atmosphere around. So hopefully some of you who are dreaming that dream of coming to Canada will get to experience this yourselves not too long from now. But for those of you who are looking for more help with the immigration process, again, check out our website. It's movingtocanada.com. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time that there is an express entry draw. Thanks, guys.